You know, it can be overwhelming planning your retirement with factors like taxes, income, savings, and more. How can you ensure that you won't outlive your money?
Whew. Strive Financial can help you figure out your secure future with some simple steps. Joining us now on how to get started is CEO Sam McElroy. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah. So now people want to figure out, okay, when you're younger, you're like, okay, I got to build wealth. I got to build wealth. Now, once you get older, you got to switch your mindset into how do I sustain this so that I can now start drawing down from it, correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You know, we spend our entire careers focusing on building wealth, exactly like you said. But there's a subtle shift that has to happen when we get in or near retirement, where our mindset goes from how do I build more to how do I actually produce more? How do I get more sustainable income off of what I've already been able to save?
And we all hear like 401ks and these things, the traditional retirements, but that's not all you need to do. I'm assuming that those kind of fall short if that's where you're going to stop.
That's right. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, I have a younger son. I have two boys, right? And so they are into Legos and stuff like that. And my youngest one really enjoys doing Legos. So the 401k, the IRAs are like the building blocks, right? They come in the package, but he still needs the instructions on how to assemble it and how to put it together. And it's kind of like the same thing. So we're saving money, we're building up in these different asset vehicles, but at the end of the day, we still need like an instruction manual that tells us how do we use this to actually have income that we're not going to outlive for the rest of our lives.
And I think at certain points in our lives, when you have big like additions to the family, or you're getting closer to retirement age, once you have that 401k or those financial mechanisms, you need to start switching. Yeah, like maybe you don't invest as much, or you go into safer options, you know, because I remember everyone, get in Magellan. But it's like, that's high risk. At what point do you stop being high risk? You know what I'm saying?
That's right, absolutely. You got to consider, you know, when you shift some of the risk, but you also have to look at the strategy just in and of itself, right? So when we have investments, they can really produce returns in different ways. Not to make it super technical, but you can have things that just appreciate in value, right? I can sell it for more later. But you also have things that are going to generate actual income, dividends, interest, rent, royalties, things like that. And in the same way that you have to have this like fine tuning between risk, you also have to have this fine tuning between how and where you're generating returns.
Okay, so you guys have a retirement risk report. Explain to us what that is and why people need it.
Yeah, so, you know, a lot of times when people sit down with advisors or planners, there's a lot of really good, sophisticated financial software out there, right? And they can produce these beautiful 80-page reports, which look good, but nobody ever practically goes back to them. So they're not always as helpful as they could be. And so years ago, we, along with a group that we work with, developed something called a retirement risk report. And it basically takes the central pieces of taxation, cash flow, risk management, and boils it down to a simple, easy to understand, one-page document so that you can really see where you are, and from that try to identify strengths, but also identify where the weaknesses are.
So at Strive Financial, do you only advise people for financial markets, or do you also offer them other ways to try to build income? Because you mentioned rent and real estate and other ways to build wealth.
Yeah, so we think about it from a holistic standpoint. And so the way that we're structured, there's really no limitation on what we can do and what we can advise on. So it's not always so much about, you know, us trying to have a finite bag of tools that we can kind of use at our disposal, but really just understanding the individual and the situation and trying to help them think abstractly on the totality of everything that's out there and what really makes sense in their specific situation.
And how soon would someone come to you? Because, like, you know, I have 3 kids and none of them are in college yet. What, should I be focusing on retirement, or should you be looking at the whole picture and telling me where to move stuff so both avenues end up okay?
I think it's all of it. You know, we work with a lot of families. We talk about a lot of multi-generational strategies. You know, I think the core kind of demographic that often seeks us out are people that are either retired or within 10 years of retirement. But because we then work with their kids and sometimes grandkids, you know, we've talked to kids that are not even out of high school yet. And it's just about increasing financial knowledge. There is no place where it's too early to start.
Oh my goodness. What about people that are already with other institutions? Can they like still get advice from you, or do you take them from those other institutions? How does that work?
Yeah, I would say, you know, it's not even so much about us as much as it is the individual and just them getting the information that they need. And so in many instances, we're always around to consult or at least give a second opinion. And I think that's one of the values of a tool like the Retirement Risk Report, because before you make a decision on where you're going or what you're doing, it starts with just having data so that you understand what's going on.
Well, and I like the language you use because it's always understandable terms where people are like, okay, I get what what you're saying now. It's not over my head. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Sam.
I'm picking up what you're putting
Yes,
down.
exactly.
Sam, thanks for joining us. Grab those phones to scan the QR code on your screen to access a complimentary retirement risk report. You can contact them by visiting stridefinancialadvisors.com or by giving them a call at the number there on your screen.